Hey all, and welcome in to the final episode of MIO, Memories in Orbit. So for the last time, let's appreciate this beautiful main menu. I've really enjoyed my time with this game. I watched a little bit of lore, not enough to spoil me for the last ending, but enough to sort of confirm what I knew and, get a bit more details. So I was right in the fact that obviously this is a spaceship going to find a new planet for the travelers, which are the humans. And at some point they found a suitable planet, but Nodin the Spine was like, nah, I don't want to do this. And tried to delete the coordinates. The rest is the particulars about who did what and why, and it was I don't remember how to say their name. Amitis, who got to the coordinates before Nodin deleted them. So we have a chance. Yes, the pearls were humans that were turned into AIs to take care of a vessel, and they're flawed in the way that they're going to degenerate after a certain amount of time, and they need to be rebuilt. But they couldn't rebuild them. So they started depreciating, going, a bit mad, a bit indifferent, a bit evil. And sort of the station went into this disrepair. And that's sort of where we came in and tried to fix everything. Hey, buddy. Oh, what's this? Little unit, what are you carrying? Is that a fragment of the spine? Let me touch it. I can almost hear it humming. It sounds like a broken command, a quiet impulse to share everything. That voice, she isn't the spine I knew. A previous iteration, is that possible? Were the pearls themselves constantly shattered and then reborn like ordinary units? Perhaps I should see this as a new beginning, rather than the end. Who was I to think the waiting was over? Alright, so we need to make it over there. There is an overseer over there, and we know who we'll be fighting. It's just a matter of doing it. And is there no... There's no way to do this reasonably, is there? Where's the overseer for this rest point? Okay, gonna have to travel to the canopy. Maybe get some other modifiers going just for the trip. We only need glitch trail or art's favorite. Just give us gratitude and we should be fine. Okay. Oh yes, I do kind of want to show you this. I'm not going to do it, but this was one where we got one of our old cores, and we sort of came up to here and we didn't know how to pass it, so we left it. Because you just go up and get catapulted into the spikes. But you have to hit the plants, and then you're clear. That's basically all it was, and there's just a standard platforming puzzle after that. But it's pretty cool, so thought I'd show you. And let's see if I can remember the way. Remember the way up to the canopy, to the library. Was it a library? Might be worth equipping the thing that lets us ignore enemies. I don't think it should be... I don't know exactly where I'm going, but it shouldn't be that long a journey. Just keep going up? I don't remember. I really don't remember. Oh. No. It is up there, right? And there's no like connection here, so it's not through the observatory. So I guess just keep going up. It works. Yeah, I love doing this now that I know that we can. Yeah, this looks right. Yeah, and this is the gloom water, which is what they've been using to make the pearls. But originally the use of this gloom water is to be like a catalyst for terraforming planets, which is interesting. Okay. I do want to catch the save point, which I think is here, before going to the boss. Yeah, no. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. Attune. So, would you say that Shii is the overseer for this place? I don't know. Enhanced dodge is it. Chief. Don't want that. No. Okay. Gratitude, probably not. Sharpen hairpin, probably not. We probably want a flying. Probably want firefly. We probably want not sunsail, bird of prey. Yeah, let's try this. We're going for sail damage, like we're fighting Solemn Vin, because I think she takes up a large portion of the arena, and we're going to be focusing on dodging, so we can do that as well. We could use that. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this, shall we? Anything to say? In the last centuries, we tried our best to be worthy of the knowledge you left in our care by asking the Pearl's guidance. In the end, it shouldn't have come as a surprise that they wouldn't even listen to us. Withdrawn and weary as they were, the duty that we represent must have only reminded them of their failure. If only it hadn't taken the heart to be sick for them to realize they were still needed. So that is also the significance of these human dwellings having the same names as the pearls, because they were once human. So you have like Lura's room, and I think Lura was the heart or whatever. Yeah, this now. Torn, resolute, agonizing, unyielding, constantly flickering, both questioning the decisions and clinging to them. Its presence falters in the face of consequences. Yeah, we got every item in the game. So, all that's left to do is to fight this right here. Hi, Shii. I'm ready to get pummeled into the dirt. Okay. That do damage, by the way? Okay. Alright. I can't tell if this is doing damage. I forget that moves as well. I mean, it's been a while since I last fought that. And we only fought it once, so... That's strange, bro. Can I just fall down this? No. Wait, if I send it up, I might be able to. I'm a genius. I'm trying to like mix in. It's weird though, because sail is on circle and attack is on square, so I have to do some weird claw maneuvers to not get like jump or dodge, which are on X and triangle. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. Keeper of a spine. Okay, thank you, enhanced dodge. I'm pretty sure I dodged that. Does she do double damage, by the way? I tried to dodge that second hit, but... That's doing decent damage. Okay. Oh, you just... Okay. I thought it would just move in a way that I could dodge it. No. Oof. Okay. It does not move in a way that I was thinking like clover dancers or something like that speed for that rotation. No, it just spazzes out and you have to parry it. Okay. Understandable. Have a good day. The fight's looking pretty interesting at the moment. I like how you can go under the stage and that they go under the stage as well. It's interesting. I hope that doesn't become a larger part of the fight though, because that would be scary. Fuck. It's good damage. Big hitboxes. My attack sort of moved my hitbox into it. Alright, this isn't too bad. I just don't have the timing. Okay, that's the window. Yeah, yeah. Very, very unorthodox. But I'll get it. I'll get it. It's last few episodes have been, I've spent an entire episode fighting Sol and Vin. I've spent an entire episode fighting Artie. Time to spend an entire episode fighting Shii. Sorry. I'd have to remember that every time. Timing on that is so tough. That was rough as well. Ah, you go in the middle. Or parry. Okay, my bad. I tried to punish it. My bad. Okay, okay. We've learned. We've learned. And what else is there to do in this fight except learn? For the lasers, you can parry it and survive, even though it's a bit dodgy with the timing. Or you can go in the middle. Okay. Every time that attack. I still don't quite understand it. Yeah, I thought it was another one. Okay, good. Okay, that comes back if you parry it. Nice. Why did I parry? I meant to sail, but I just hit the wrong button. New mover. I think I just panicked seeing a new move. I was like, buttons. I wonder if that's going to be like a permanent you can't land. Because that'd be interesting. I think it's very doable. Because she is so big of a hitbox that you can just pogo her whenever you want. Whenever she's on the screen, mind. She does teleport around a lot. I parried that, promise. Okay, got the double parry. Good damage. Holy damage. Okay, fair enough. That's not the answer to that. Okay, got it wrong. What's happening? I'm panicking, but I'm doing it. Sorry, what? What? That was a lot. Let's see. Striders. There's one which increases damage whilst, like, attack damage while sailing, right? That's different from the one we have here, I think. I might be wrong about that. Energy recovered might also be good, because then we can just spend an eternity recharging ourselves while sail attacking. Striders. I may just be thinking of one we have equipped. But yeah, you see the damage we're doing. It's crazy. We were doing regular like cloud damage to Solemn Vin, but Solemn Vin are like glass cannon builds. They don't have a lot of health at all, but they hit like trucks. I think she is a bit tankier, and we're still completely shredding her. We just need to get better at not getting hit. Every time. It's about one attack. Okay, the closer we are up top, the easier it is for her to damage us there. Skip the phase? Okay. Ooh, that's nasty. How do we dodge that? I'm not sure. I tried to dodge, well, I tried to jump last minute, but it sort of followed me. Alright. We're doing good damage. We don't need to be that greedy, but we skipped a phase there. We skipped the entire dark phase. Alright. Good. 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 Every time. What am I doing? That was close. I don't think I learned that fight properly, or at least the end phases. But our build was so immaculate that we were just shredding her to bits. Sorry, Shii, you helped us out a lot. Okay, what's in here? Because there's a few things it could be. again with the tremors. That's my last health. Come on. Give me the coordinates. Is this a Midas? There's a librarian in here, or 3. I mean, it is the library, so makes sense. Yeah, one of a weird curio, Ember, yeah. One of the curio that we got was a boot. Notice how this one is missing a boot. So these are the coordinates. Because they were in such a rush to get the coordinates before Nodin could destroy them that they tripped and fell or something. Oh, we're playing Zati. See, they're our friend now. I swear, the way that this is like... this is done. With figures in the shadow, makes you think it's a horror, like, jump scare, and something gonna jump out of you, but... Nah. Alright. I said it last time. I'm sorry, RT, we're probably going to help you in the next episode, in the true ending. Take us to the promised land.
Tired. So very tired.
So, why are we dead here and RT isn't suffering from the effects of the tremor?
So very frail.
Is it because our last fight sort of took it out of us and we didn't fight RT for them to be injured? Probably. Which makes sense why both of us went down at the same time after our last fight.
The vessel is too heavy.
I was locked in for that fight, man. That was good.
I can't carry her anymore.
I can't... I was like, okay, here's my controller, right? Let's see if I can bring this up.
As I take us.
So that one's sail and that one is attack. So I'm like, I'm trying to do this with my controller, get both moves up. It's a bit silly, but we did it. It's not too hard, but it's awkward and not something I've had to do for a game before. I mean, probably at some point, but
The sounds of these steps. I know them. Addie. It has been so long since I sent you away. Alone and blind. There was only one thought that kept me going. That you would come back to me. That you would bring me an answer. But you brought so much more.
there we are.
Voices.
Get every achievement.
A sister. And her final legacy. A destination.
Hooray. But There aren't any travelers alive to realize this dream. So it's a bit hollow, but at least the vessel can be put to rest after completing its mission, instead of just being in this weird limbo.
MIO. Thank you. You brought us to the end of our long travel. All that is left is to follow that final trail. And then, after everything is settled...
Behave now, children. You're gonna go in the box.
Peace.
You're gonna get the claw.
Silence. Rest.
So, a similar ending. I would have liked to have seen us, like, land somewhere and be like, oh, this is us disembarking and we're going to find we're going to carve a new life for ourselves or something. Might be. We still have time for it, but I don't think so. Is that credits? That's credits. What a game. I really appreciate this game. Being a Metroidvania, which I do love my Metroidvanias, you all know this. What is there to say? I love the combat systems and the platforming systems being so reset heavy. So whenever you do anything, you get your jump back, you get energy back. And you can, like, if you're trying, you can really chain together a lot of your moves. The world has, you know, distinct areas with their own distinct problems to solve, I guess. Like the Sycophant Sanctuary thing had the energy sucking. The Promenade had horrors beyond robot comprehension. The bosses were really interesting. They felt, in a weird way, they weren't these larger than life like Dark Souls bosses. You go to Dark Souls 3, right? And you see even like Vort or something, and you can't really imagine that guy outside of the boss fight, right? He's there. He's a big guy. He came out of a portal. He's a bit removed from the reality of a world. I'm gonna turn this music a bit down for me. I hope you can hear me right. But this game does a really good job of keeping their bosses grounded in the reality of the world. Like, you can really believe that you see these people, like, they're robots doing a job. Even the saw guy that chases you, which is massive, is just, you know, it's a saw. It's a like rubbish shredder type bot. Of course, a space station would need something like that. And then the rest are like guardians of the pearls, and yeah, I really enjoy that, and the world building supports it very well. The music obviously is really good. It has its own unique style. This like motif that we're hearing right now really shines through in all of the pieces. And you know, there's a bunch of variants to keep it fresh and have different spins on it. The story is, I mean, it's very understandable. You don't need the details really to understand what's going on. If you pay a bit of attention, you will understand. Travelers, humans, space station, find planet. Something went wrong. That's all you need to know. The rest is, as I said at the beginning, details. And you can seek those details out at your leisure if you really, really care. Maybe if there was more tie-in to those story threads in like the gameplay, what you're finding, that might be an idea, but it's not essential. The fact that the pearls have their own voices is your next clue that they were once human. They're the only thing in the game which has voices. None of the other bots do. In terms of exploration rewards, I'd say you'd want maybe one more resource that you're searching for that is valuable, that you'd be like, oh, sick, I got that. Because you have coating components. We all love coating components. You have old cores, of which there are an excess of 9 for no reason. And the store isn't necessarily stocked with the most useful of items. I'm sorry, Mel, but you don't have the best stuff. Like, once you get all of the modifiers and the coating components, it's pretty much just filling out the slots. The Naka, at some point it becomes useless because there's not much to spend on. The stuff that you get from Mel isn't very expensive. The most expensive thing is 10,000 Naka for that one bot to give you, I don't remember, some charm. And on the subject of modifiers, I'd say there isn't enough variety in, you know, building builds to do cool stuff with it. It's pretty much pick an upgrade to mod the hell out of it, and you'll do more damage with it, right? So for Artie, I picked hairpin, and glitch trail. Please fix glitch trail. And for Shii, it was sail, and we absolutely wrecked with the sail build, which I suspected that we might, in that specific fight. But other than that, what can you really do with the game? There are some useful modifiers with the gratitude and the enemies don't attack you, but that's not really a build. Oh. We do land, do we? Do I have to pick up my controller? Is that what you're telling me? Is that a guy? He looks robotic, I can't lie to you. But, I don't know. Falls off a cliff. And then humanity went extinct. Sorry. We worked so hard to get you here. Maybe the humans were in cryo. That would make sense. And that is a staple of, like, this sort of sci-fi world. What are you doing to me here? That looks like it's part of a vessel. Where are we going? This is definitely part of a vessel. This is the rose window that we found when we saw Artie. I think it's in the Foundations or Metropolis, somewhere around there. This might be from Samsk's room, maybe? Oh, this is definitely from... This is Calderon, the bad boss. That is really bad. I don't remember where this banner is from. Probably from Haven, the bell tower. Oh, this is one of the pearls. I don't remember which one. It's really... This just might be the heart. This might be clear. Because it doesn't have a proper symbol on the eye, the iris bit. You can see in the background on the right, the egg with the gloom water, sort of accelerating the terraform. I'm trying to figure out what this music is. It sounds so ephemeral, like a Nier Automata track or something like that. Alright. We have landed. We have landfall. Yeah, so what was I saying? Builds. We don't have too much in the way of build variety. I like the idea that some areas are locked off for you needing to access some upgrades. Like you need the defective core to access the silence in the pit. Also that you need like splintering dodge to break some of the doors, except the splintering dodge one was a bit bad because they don't really tee up that expectation in you that you will need to use up like modifiers to access new areas. The way it usually goes is that modifiers are optional content, right? So at any point you can have different modifiers going into any room. And at any point, you can have different ones equipped. So gating progression due to what upgrades you found is usually not something games do. And if they do, there needs to be a strong precedent set so the player can know to expect it. There isn't really that. If early on you say, get an upgrade, and immediately after that upgrade, there is a overseer. And it tells you, hey, equip this. And then immediately you have a challenge to that you can only surmount once you've equipped this upgrade. That's a good precedent to set to have the player understand, hey, that's how this game is going to function. And that would open the door later to different challenges that you can do which specifically run off of using some of these upgrades for specific purposes. Imagine if there was, I don't know, there was a modifier which lets you do 2 hairpins without running out of energy, and then suddenly you have a platforming puzzle which takes 2 hairpins worth of aerial movement to increase the challenge and have you do something slightly different, or that the striders get double their range, and I don't know, you can do something cool with that. So that's an upgrade that can help you in combat while also being very specifically centered around this platforming challenge. Stuff like that. There is also a bit of a communication problem. I will say this. On a game that has such difficult platforming segments as MIO, you really, really, really need to tell the player what to expect before going in, because your stalling tools require energy, so you can't do them indefinitely. You can't. And how many times do I just get flung into acid pool because I didn't know that, I couldn't expend my energy before that, and I just like, okay, guess I'll die. That and some of the progression has some awkward awkward conditions for puzzles that you don't know are puzzles until your 4 Google searches deep, Also locking off important content behind secrets. It's a slippery slope. There are a few things that I was like, how was I ever supposed to know that? Whether that be secrets or progression or puzzles, or what am I supposed to do now? Which, that sort of thing is common in Metroidvanias, but there are ways to mitigate how confusing it can be, and measures that they could have taken, perhaps. But overall, this game is great, and I really am happy that I played it. Gets a solid 8 out of 10 from me. So, yeah. I'm not sure. I think we keep the Metroidvania rolling, and we play 9 Souls next. Since we're getting into parries with this game, we gotta keep the parry momentum going, because I've heard that's basically a 2D Sekiro, which I'd never played Sekiro. I'm scared. I am scared. In any case, thank you all for joining me on this journey. I will see you in the next series. Goodbye.